get a load of this fantastic example of Viking art. This is a replica, or a close replica, of a cloak pin found in Birka in Sweden. Designs on both sides, made out of hammered sterling silver and cast bronze. And it's covered with fantastic examples of Viking art. So look, there are animals all over it. Here's a couple of wolves' heads up here, another wolf here, some kind of beastie here, and then further down, another couple of gribblies, don't know what they are, and then this final head here, looks like a wolf as well. It's just a beautiful example of the kind of art that the Vikings were producing. Hello, my name is Alban, and this is...
Rachel!
And we are Northan Viking Silver. You going to say something? We make Viking jewellery. I make the jewellery, I do the modelling.
And I do everything else.
Everything.
Yes.
Quick, like get the camera.
Like get the camera.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so just to introduce myself a bit first, I've been doing Viking reenactments for 30 years, since 1991. I started off with the Vike and Regia, then I moved to Denmark and Germany, and I've been in Europe for 20 years and back in this country for a couple of years. And for the last 25 years, I make my living from making this jewellery, and Rachel now does it with me. Okay, so now Rachel's got the camera, I'm going to show you some of the jewellery. So, to give you a quick example of the range, some of the things I make are replicas. So this is a sword scabbard chape. It's from a find in York, but also this piece is found, this type is found in 6 different countries, a really common type. Here you can see it on a scabbard. So this is in bronze, but I also make everything in sterling silver. And then to give you an example, I also modify designs, I don't just copy. So this piece, which is the mouthpiece for the top of the scabbard, the shape is from a find, actually in Hedeby, but the pattern inside it is one I've made myself so that it matches the shape for those people who want a set. And then I love Viking art, so I also make my own designs, but using the traditions from the time. So an example of this is a hammer I made about 20, maybe 25 years ago. Those of you familiar with this kind of stuff will recognize some of these styles, but this is not a replica, it's my own design. And this piece is sterling silver. Okay, so now let's look at some more replicas. So this is a find from Duersminde in Denmark. A scabbard set, a buckle set. So this is unusual because it's pretty large. They're not usually this large. A couple of beasts on the buckle, but the strap end is really cool. Not only is it a really big example with this fantastic Bora artwork, but the back had a really unusual pattern. I've never seen anything like that before. Really cool. I love making this stuff because I think Viking art is so amazing. So let's look at some more. This is a cloak pin, a type from Birka and Gotland. Got these fantastic dragon heads on. Quite a simple design, really heavy and powerful. And then there's a well-known find from the Gokstad ship burial, possibly a chieftain's belt. And then let's look at something else. Here's a fire steel, actually a type from Finland.
Can you turn it over?
It's the same pattern on the other side. It's a type from Finland, but these are known from Viking excavations. So I know there's one from Birka and there's one from Hedeby as well. Let's see, what else should we look at? Here's a piece I made recently. I found this on a great Norwegian website from the Norwegian National Museum. They've made a website of all their finds, catalogues, and this is a really unusual key. It's got this beautiful Triskel design in. I love the simplicity of it, so I was happy to copy that one. And then here is a find from Birka. This is an ear spoon. Great as well, because not only has it got a really elegant shape, but it's got a pattern on 2 sides. I better turn that round. Some kind of animal, I guess a wolf, on the other side. And then here's a find that some of you may have seen. The only Thor's hammer found with runes on, from Denmark, found a couple of years ago. 2-sided again, Another pattern on the other side. This looks like some kind of god's mask. And then on this side, there are the runes. Bizarrely enough, they're upside down. They actually read this way up, and it says Hammer is, which means this is a hammer.
Haven't you recently done a whole series of films about the history of runes and runic magic?
Yeah, so I'm really fascinated by runes. I studied runology as part of my university degree back in my distant youth. And so I've been making some pieces with runic inscriptions on. So this is a genuine inscription actually from the 12th century. The original inscription was not on a ring. It's my idea to put it on a ring. It says, Munthumik manekthik unthumir anekthir, which means, think of me, I think of you, love me, I love you. And the ring is open at the back, can you see? So it adjusts, it can fit all different sizes, and this is sterling silver. As I said, you can find more information about sizes, prices, etc. on the website. And one last copy I wanted to show you. This is a really cool piece found, I don't know, about 8 years ago.
Yep.
Look at this three-dimensional woman figure. Unusually, it's depicting a woman with weapons, but I think that's just a beautiful piece, so I really enjoyed making that. Got it in bronze and silver. So let's look at something that's almost a replica. So this is the most commonly found tortoise brooch type, Peterson 55, I think.
51.
51. So this is bronze, and I've inlaid it with some silver wire, and these studs are silver. The originals were slightly larger than this, and actually made out of two pieces. This one is cut through. Do you want to see the back side?
Yes, let's see the back side.
These are a lot of work to make. Okay, so I think that's all the replicas, and then I want to show you some of my own designs. So this is, you know, inspired by that fantastic Sutton Hoo horn, but I've put it in border art style. So this is the horn tip. Let me give you an idea of what I do when I say I make things. I actually model them in wax. So this is how things start off, like as a block of wax. And then I have really simple tools most of the time, just scalpels, and I do a lot of work with this knife, which is really useful. And here's a model that I made last week. This is a bracelet. So let's put it this way. Mm-hmm. So it's got a runic inscription on. Sithi Thor, Thor Viki Thesaruna. These are two inscriptions found on runestones, which means Thor protect, Thor halo these runes. So what I do now that I've made this model is I send it to a foundry in Staffordshire, and they will cast it in sterling silver. From that sterling silver piece, after I've cleaned it up, they'll make a mould, and they can do more castings in lost wax. So that's how the making process goes.
Have you made one earlier?
Oh yeah, there's and here's one I made earlier. This is the one I made before. It's smaller, that's why I've made a new one. But you can see this is the same thing, and this is how it looks in silver. So this...
And again, if anyone wants to find out about the history of runes, they should go to our YouTube channel. And
yes.
There's a series of films that you have made.
Yep, I've just done a long set of films on the history of runes and runic magic. Here's a piece that I've designed myself. This is the Urness style from the end of the Viking Age, 11th to 12th century, based on various finds, but also that beautiful carved church from Urness in Norway. So this is a delicate silver bracelet. Let me start this way. Heads on the end, and then intertwined Urness beasts. Actually, I made the first one of these for Rachel.
You did.
She was my inspiration. But now we also produce them for sale. All information on the website, everything about sizes, etc. It's all there for you to see. And I also, sticking with the Urness theme, This is a piece, it's a bit tricky to see, but it's two earnest beasts intertwined in what I like to think of is loving harmony. Just like the ideal relationship.
But aren't they biting one another?
Yeah, we'll never mention that bit. Okay, to give you some more examples of my own designs, but using the style of the time. I call this the raven ring because it's got a bird here, a raven's head here, and then a very stylized, intertwined body and another bird at the other end. And I've put in a couple of runic inscriptions, Hugin and Moonin. This pattern is original from a saddle decoration, a saddle bow found from Sullestil in Denmark. But I love this design, so I've used it for a lot of things. I've used it for this ring, I've used it for carving into leatherwork.
And an arm ring. We have an arm ring with that beautiful design.
Yeah. And then a last ring, just as an example, I call this the Odin ring because this symbol is often connected with the god Odin. And I've written in runes Odin Viki, which means Odin Halo or Odin Bless. Okay, so I just want to say before we finish that I am making stuff for reenactors, as you can see, but I'm also making it for the modern Viking, for people like you who may love this kind of art style and would like to wear a ring or a bracelet in your everyday life.
And as Organ said, all of the information about sizing, pricing, and where the inspiration comes from, and the information about the replicas are on our website at northanvikingsilver.com. And if you have any questions at all, then just contact us either via the website or via our Facebook page at Northern Viking Silver. Okay, and I just wanted to say about the Facebook page, there's also some films on there that show the making of some of the stuff, so you can see how I make it. And you can follow us on Instagram too. Okay. Hope to hear from you. Bye. Bye.